Hello. Hi there. Just glad. Easy.
Sir. Very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone present here. I feel honored to welcome you all on the second day of this 3 days international webinar on intelligent optimization techniques and their real-life applications. As we did yesterday, this is a time to light the lamp for starting today's event.
शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्।
Thank you, Pushpinder sir. As per the tradition of Punjab University, Patiala, I humbly request one and all to stand up, please, for university donning.
विचारिता परोपकारी
Thanks so much. Have a seat, please. Yesterday, there were 3 lectures on the topic of optimization resource persons. Professor Kusum Dip from IIT Roorkee, Professor Valentina from Romania, and Professor E.H. Hossein from Minya University. These lectures has up to your knowledge in the field of optimization. Today, also there also will be 3 technical sessions. Before starting the technical session of this day, first I would like to invite convener of this international webinar, Professor Satyabir Singh, who is also the head of the Department of Mathematics, Punjab University Patiala, to introduce the chief guest of the day.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to one and all. I welcome you all on the second day of international webinar on intelligent optimization techniques and their real-life applications. Chief guest of second day of international webinar is Professor A.K. Tiwari. He is very senior professor of pharmaceutics and drug delivery in Punjab University, Patiala. Apart from this, he is holding very important positions of Dean Research and Controller of Examination in our university. Professor Tiwari is a legend in the field of pharmaceutics and drug delivery. He has published more than 150 research papers in journals of very high impact factor. He has guided 15 PhD students and written many books in his area of research. Government of India has granted him more than 2 crores of rupees in the form of research projects. Sir, we are glad to have you as chief guest today, and we request you that please inspire us with your words of wisdom. Please, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Satyabir, convener of this international series of lectures in the form of seminar on intelligent optimization techniques and their real-life applications. I am glad to be here on the second day of this seminar. I can see many participants, and I think most of them are from outside the department and moreover outside the country too. This speaks very high on the part of the department and the importance of the topic on which deliberations have been going on yesterday, today, and I think tomorrow also there will be some lectures. I am not an expert on this field, but mathematics as such is a everyday science, I will say. A person who is illiterate, he also knows how to add 2 plus 2. He has to compute his savings. He has to compute the price of commodities. He has to give money to his children. So mathematics is inbuilt, I think, into the lives. May not be biology, but mathematics as such is a everyday science that one has to use. Optimization is not a very new subject. We, as a pharmaceutical scientist, use optimization in our dosage form design. Your applications might be many, but few things come to my mind when optimization is discussed. One is that in pharmacy or in biology, to arrive at some conclusion, the number of hit and trials are many. So the US FDA, Food and Drug Administration, now, I think last year, they have made it compulsory to include what is called QBD, quality by design, and FBD, formulation by design. These two things have been officially included in the regulations. And the pharmaceutical companies who develop tablets, syrups, or anything, injectables, they are required to supply the data of QBD and FBD. It simply means that one has to justify why you used, say, 2% of something or 4% of something, or why you used, say, 0.2% of a surfactant or any chemical in that formulation. There has to be a reason. So for this, what normally we do is that we do some initial experiments to find out what are the critical responses which will affect the quality and efficacy, effectiveness of a dosage form, and what are the factors, formulation as well as processing factors that will affect those critical attributes. Once we come to know about this from the initial experiments, then we apply the FBD technique, which is a part of, I think, your optimization technique, which gives us few experimental runs which have to be done to arrive at particular responses, critical responses that are necessary to be there in a product for performance and quality. So in this way, the number of experiments or number of hits and trials required to arrive at a particular tablet, syrup, capsule, injectable with particular attributes of quality and effectiveness, the number of trials are reduced considerably. So this is one application, QBD and FBD, that we do, and which is now officially required to be done during the initial research and development stage of any dosage form. Real life applications, I remember a very small example. I don't know many of you know or not. Very common thing. This is used in many spheres. I remember one very common example. About 2 years ago, Japan developed a special square-shaped watermelon. Watermelons normally are oval or round-shaped. The packing of these watermelons for export is difficult because it leaves many wide spaces when it is packed in the box. If you somehow genetically modify and produce a rectangle or a square watermelon, the packing would be very appropriate. So they developed this to optimize the packing so that the number of boxes required and the transport cost is reduced considerably. So there are many other applications of optimization in real life. I sincerely hope that the deliberations going on since yesterday would have added to the knowledge of young researchers. The young researchers especially will benefit from the galaxy of speakers that are going to speak today also. So I wish you all the best and hope that you gain from these lectures immensely. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tamisgan.
Thank you so much, sir, for your thoughts-provoking address. Thank you so much. Now I just turn the stage over to Ms. Mitu.
Thank you, Mr. Tamisgan. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone present here. Now we are going to start with our first technical session of the second day of this international webinar. So I welcome the first resource person, Professor SHANMUGASUNDARAM. He is a senior faculty and research member at Mizan Tepe University, Ethiopia. He earned his PhD from Anna University, Chennai in 2015. He is on the editorial board of many reputed journals like British Journal of Mathematics and Computer Science and Annals of Fuzzy Mathematics and Information. Also, he is a member of different professional bodies. He is a panel member for PhD thesis evaluation for various universities in India and Ethiopia. He has chaired many sessions in different national and international conferences, seminars. Also, organizing member of various national and international workshop conferences. He has authored different books on optimization techniques and published various research papers in reputed journals. He has a vast teaching experience of 25 years in mathematics, operation research, fuzzy theory, and many more other fields. Now I request Professor P. Shanmugasundaram to kindly start with his lecture. And also to avoid the disturbance during the lecture, I request everyone present here to kindly mute your speakers. So I request the host to make Professor P. Shanmugasundaram as a host so that he can deliver his lecture. Sir, now you can start your lecture. So you are not audible.
Okay. Do you want to be? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening to everyone. First of all, I welcome all the participants for this 3-day international webinar on intelligent optimization technique and their real-life applications, which is jointly organized with Office of International Relations and Partnership Directorate, University of Ethiopia, in collaboration with Punjab University, Punjab, University of Wolverhampton, United Kingdom, and MathTech Thinking Foundation, India. I would like to It's coming, sir.
शेयर नहीं हो रहा सर। सर नहीं ना सर ऑलरेडी
Sharing, sir.
शेयरिंग नहीं
Hello, Professor. Is there any
Yes,
problem
sir.
to share the desktop?
Are you able to see my presentation?
Are you able to see my presentation? Hello?
Not shared yet.
Select entire. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Can you visible my screen?
Not
Hello?
yet, sir. Not visible. It is being shared. Also, I request you please off your video. I think there is a low network from your side.
Network is there, sir.
Professor Sundaram,
Sir.
should we share your
We are working, sir.
PPT from
We are
this
working
side?
on it, sir.
We can also share your PPTs if you so require.
Okay, sir. Possible, sir. Possible.
Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay. You can share, sir.
okay. I'm
Send me.
trying to share.
To close. Zoom is receiving automatic. Automatic. It is very good.
Better you go Google, sir.
They are no, sir. Network is slow, sir. connect with the mobile data. कैसा slow होगा data?
We have mobile data balancer.
Professor Sundaram. Professor Sundaram.
Hello,
Hello, Professor
sir.
Sundaram.
Sir, is it visible, sir?
Not yet.
Hello.
No, sir.
Wait, sir. Sir, now?
It is not visible.
Visible, sir.
What's the problem?
There is some network issue.
Yes, sir.
Participants are requested to wait, please.
Sir, better you connect.
It's connected from the data, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Already shared. Already shared, then why it's not working?
Professor Sundaram,
Sir, we are trying,
it is,
sir.
it is better that we will share your PPTs. You just
Yeah, better, sir.
yeah, you just please ask to next slide only.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Whenever you say next slide, we will turn it to the next
Yeah,
slide.
it's good, sir. Here, that
It is
internet is
possible.
slow, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it visible to you, sir?
No, sir. No, sir. Not visible, sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
Sir, it is visible to us.
It is visible to us.
भाई देखो सर उसको ब्लास्ट करो किसको सर ब्लास्ट वेबिनार ऑन इसका नीचे
Yes.
Professor Sundaram?
ਮਾਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਬਣੀ ਭਾਰਤ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਤੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ, ਜਿਸ ਦਾ ਇੱਕਮਾਤਰ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਬੋਲੀ, ਸੱਭਿਆਚਾਰ, ਸਾਹਿਤ ਅਤੇ ਖੇਡਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਫੁੱਲਿਤ ਕਰਨਾ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ। ਮੈਂ ਬੜਾ ਮਾਣ ਮੱਤਾ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਥੀਏਟਰ ਐਂਡ ਟੈਲੀਵਿਜ਼ਨ ਡਿਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦਾ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ ਰਿਹਾ ਹਾਂ।
ਮੈਂ ਸੁਰਜੀਤ ਪਾਤਰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਮਾਣ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦਾ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ ਰਿਹਾ, ਜਿਸ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਨੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਭਾਸ਼ਾ, ਸਾਹਿਤ, ਚੇਤਨਾ ਅਤੇ ਸੱਭਿਆਚਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾਇਆ।
I'm Baldev Singh from 1989 batch of IAS and currently working as Additional Chief Secretary, Industry Department and Mining Department of Government of Maharashtra. I am very proud of my association with the Punjabi University, as I was member of the 1983-85 batch of MBA from the Business Management Department of the university.
Hi, I'm Mandeep.
Thank you for your patience. There was some network issue with Professor Sundaram. Therefore, we were in process of changing the speakers. Now, your next speaker is Osainoga from Nigeria. Mitu, please introduce the next speaker.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I welcome the next resource person, Professor I.A. Osinoga. He is a professor of applied mathematics and former acting head, Department of Mathematics, Federal University of Agriculture, Nigeria. He completed his PhD degree in mathematics in 2008 from the University of Ilorin, Nigeria. He has published about 50 scholarly articles in reputable local and international journals. He has also presented papers at conferences at home and abroad, as well as served as session organizer and panelist. As a part of expert assignments, he has been engaged in and he is an active reviewer to many reputable scientific journals and conference proceedings both at home and abroad. He is also involved in book research projects on implementations of open access solutions since 2009. In 2010, he also won several travel awards. He is one of the recipients of 2021 IMU Siemens African Fellowship to investigate a class of conjugate gradient methods at the University of Nice, Siberia. His research interests are nonlinear optimization, applied operation research, and computational mathematics. Professor Osinoga is a member of the Nigerian Mathematical Society, Society for Industrial and Applied Mathematics, London Mathematical Society, and American Mathematical Society. Now I request Professor I.A. Osinoga to start with his lecture. Sir, you can start your lecture. The host to make Professor I.A. Osinoga as a host so that he can deliver his lecture. Professor I.A. Osinoga, kindly share your screen. Share your screen, sir. No. I request I.A. Osinoga, sir, kindly share your screen and start with your lecture. Sir, you are not audible. Kindly unmute your mic and start your video.
Yes, hearing. Do you have the organizer number? Yes. Send him message. Here we have chat box. Yeah.
Now you are.
What's wrong? No, it's not going, sir. Say something. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible, but your screen is not clear. Yes, now it is visible.
Screen visible, madam?
Sir.
Hello?
You are also audible, sir.
Yes.
Voice. Everything's fine. Yes.
Is it fine? Everything? Yeah. Another one.
You are not audible properly.
You type, sir. You send the rain problem.
Visible, your voice is not coming. Please unmute participant.
You are not audible. Kindly unmute yourself. Professor Osinoga, kindly unmute yourself.
Hello, Professor. You are not audible. Please fix the problem. All the participants are waiting for your voice, but your voice is not audible to all the participants. At the bottom, you can see there is a mute option and there is a one click arrow sign. From that place, when you will click, there will be multiple options will be appear. Okay. Then you can select your mic either from your system, or you can also use external mic if you have. So you should use your system. Please fix the problem as soon as possible. See at the bottom. Dear professor, please see at the bottom. There is a mute option. There are three icons at the bottom. First is mute, and there is upward arrow sign. Click that place. Adjust to the mute. Please fix your problem. यार क्या है बंदा Professor, listen. Unshare the screen and also left the meeting. Again, join the meeting through your link, which is available on your email address. Please left the meeting and then rejoin.
bá a mú ẹ̀wù tí mo wọ̀ lánàá mo fẹ́ fi lo kí n ti máa. I want to join them in this conference.
Yes, please unmute now. your content is visible and there are 3 icons at the bottom. Go to bottom. See at the bottom of your PPT, there is icon to unmute on your desktop.
Next one. Just I try to come back to you. But he is not reply to me.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Below Miriam àti Fatia.
ਮਾਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਬਣੀ ਭਾਰਤ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਤੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ, ਜਿਸ ਦਾ ਇੱਕਮਾਤਰ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਬੋਲੀ, ਸੱਭਿਆਚਾਰ, ਸਾਹਿਤ ਅਤੇ ਖੇਡਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਫੁੱਲਿਤ ਕਰਨਾ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ। ਮੈਂ ਬੜਾ ਮਾਣ ਮੱਤਾ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਥੀਏਟਰ ਐਂਡ ਟੈਲੀਵਿਜ਼ਨ ਡਿਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦਾ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ ਰਿਹਾ ਹਾਂ।
ਮੈਂ ਸੁਰਜੀਤ ਪਾਤਰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਮਾਣ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦਾ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ ਰਿਹਾ, ਜਿਸ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਨੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਭਾਸ਼ਾ, ਸਾਹਿਤ, ਚੇਤਨਾ ਅਤੇ ਸੱਭਿਆਚਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾਇਆ।
I'm Baldev Singh from 1989 batch of IAS and currently working as Additional Chief Secretary, Industry Department and Mining Department of Government of Maharashtra. I am very proud of my association with the Punjabi University, as I was member of the 1983-85 batch of MBA from the Business Management Department of the university.
Hi, I am Mandeep Bhatia, a proud Punjabi University alumnus. I'm a director at Amazon Lab 126, an organization behind breakthrough innovation like Alexa, Echo, Fire TV, Kindle.
Hi, I'm Mamata Patkar. I'm Vice President of Sales Incentive Strategy and Operations in Microsoft Corporation, and I'm a proud alumna of Punjabi University.
I'm Sanjeev Gupta, Director of Engineering at Google. I'm proud to be an alumni of Punjabi University Patiala. I did my Master in Technology from Computer Science Department, Patiala.
ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਮੈਂ DIG ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਵਿਕਰਮਜੀਤ। ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਮਾਣ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦੇ IAS ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਸੈਂਟਰ 'ਚ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਿਆ।
I am Anil Kumar Gupta. I did my MBA from Punjabi University Patiala during the year 1984-86. After that, I joined in the revenue service in the year 89, and currently I am posted as Principal Commissioner looking after GST for the state of Haryana. I am really proud of my Punjabi University for the contribution made in shaping my personality. Thank you.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਦੋਸਤੋ, ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੰਮੀ ਬਾਈ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਫਖਰ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦਾ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਮੈਂ ਨਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਕਪੂਰ ਹਾਂ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਮਾਣ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਰਿਹਾ ਹਾਂ।
Hi, my name is Navneet Kaur Dhillon and I'm a proud Punjabi University student.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਫਖਰ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦਾ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਰਿਹਾ ਹਾਂ। ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਲਾ ਦੇ ਖੇਤਰ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਸਪੀਚ ਐਂਡ ਡਰਾਮਾ ਡਿਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਤੋਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਲੌਂਗ ਲਿਵ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ।
मैं एक आर्टिस्ट बनना चाहना।
मैं एक राइटर बनना चाहना हाँ।
मैं एक टीचर बनना चाहनी हाँ।
मैं गुरमत संगीत विच PhD करना चाहना।
मैं एक शेफ बनना चाहनी हाँ। I want to be a physiotherapist.
मैं एक IPS ऑफिसर बनना चाहता हूँ।
मैं एक इंजीनियर बनना चाहना।
मैं इंटरनेशनल बॉक्सर बनना चाहती हूँ।
ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਬਣਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਆਓ ਮਾਲਵੇ ਖਿੱਤੇ ਦੀ ਸਿਰਮੌਰ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ, ਜਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹਨ 65 ਅਧਿਆਪਨ ਅਤੇ ਖੋਜ ਵਿਭਾਗ, 275 ਐਫੀਲੀਏਟਡ ਕਾਲਜ, 5 ਨੇਬਰਹੁੱਡ ਕੈਂਪਸ, 14 ਕੰਸਟੀਟੂਐਂਟ ਕਾਲਜ, 4 ਰੀਜਨਲ ਸੈਂਟਰਸ ਅਤੇ 14,000 ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਵੱਧ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ ਬਹੁਪੱਖੀ, ਬਹੁਖੋਜੀ ਅਤੇ ਬਹੁਪ੍ਰਤਿਭੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਢੁਕਵੇਂ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਘੱਟ ਫੀਸਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਰਵਪੱਖੀ ਤੇ ਉੱਚ ਮਿਆਰੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ, ਤਜਰਬੇਕਾਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ, ਖੁੱਲੇ ਡੁੱਲੇ ਹੋਸਟਲ, ਹਰ ਸੁਵਿਧਾ ਨਾਲ ਲਬਰੇਜ਼, ਵੱਡੇ ਪਲੇਗਰਾਊਂਡ।
ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਨਾਲ ਬਤੌਰ ਵਾਈਸ ਚਾਂਸਲਰ ਜੁੜ ਕੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਇੱਕ 60 ਸਾਲ ਪੁਰਾਣੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਅਗਲੇ 60 ਸਾਲ ਉਲੀਕ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੋਜ ਤੇ ਪੜਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਸ਼ਾਵਾਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਸਾਇੰਸਿਸ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਵਿਸ਼ੇ ਹਨ। ਇਸ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਤੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਖਜ਼ਾਨੇ ਵੀ ਹਨ। ਪੁਰਾਣੀਆਂ ਬੀੜਾਂ, ਹੋਰ ਲਿਖਤਾਂ, ਸੰਗੀਤ ਤੇ ਗੁਰਮਤਿ ਸੰਗੀਤ ਆਦਿ ਦੇ ਖਜ਼ਾਨੇ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਬੋਟੈਨੀਕਲ ਗਾਰਡਨ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਵਿਭਾਗਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਊਜ਼ੀਅਮ ਦੇ ਰੂਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਵਿਗਿਆਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹਨ। ਇਹ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਬੜੀ ਖੂਬੀ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਛੁਪੀ ਹੋਈ ਪ੍ਰਤਿਭਾ ਨੂੰ, ਇਸ ਖਿੱਤੇ ਦੀ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮਾਲਵੇ ਦੇ ਪੇਂਡੂ ਇਲਾਕਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਤਿਭਾ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਲਿਆਉਣ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਬਖੂਬੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਮੇਂ 'ਚ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਚੰਗੇ ਢੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਕਰੇਗੀ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਵੇਂ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਟਰਡਿਸਪਲਿਨਰੀ ਤੇ ਮਲਟੀਡਿਸਪਲਿਨਰੀ ਹੋਣਗੇ। ਸਕੂਲ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ 5 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਟੀਗ੍ਰੇਟਿਡ 5 ਸਾਲਾ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਵਿਸ਼ਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਣਗੇ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲ ਐਂਡ ਕੈਮੀਕਲ ਸਾਇੰਸਿਸ, ਲਾਈਫ ਸਾਇੰਸਿਸ, ਮੈਥਮੈਟੀਕਲ ਐਂਡ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਿੰਗ ਸਾਇੰਸਿਸ, ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਸਾਇੰਸਿਸ, ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜਿਸ ਤੇ ਆਰਟਸ। ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਿਸ਼ਵ ਪੱਧਰ ਦੇ ਨਵੇਂ ਕੋਰਸਾਂ ਦੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਛੁਪੀ ਹੋਈ ਪ੍ਰਤਿਭਾ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਲਿਆਉਣ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਵੱਡੇ ਪੱਧਰ ਤੇ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ।
ਸਿੱਖ ਵਿਦਵਾਨ ਭਾਈ ਕਾਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਨਾਭਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਬਣੀ ਮੁੱਖ ਲਾਇਬ੍ਰੇਰੀ ਅਤੇ ਮੰਨੇ ਪਰਮੰਨੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਇਤਿਹਾਸਕਾਰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਗੰਡਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਥਾਪਿਤ ਰੈਫਰੈਂਸ ਲਾਇਬ੍ਰੇਰੀ ਕਿਤਾਬਾਂ, ਮੈਗਜ਼ੀਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਮੁੱਲੇ ਦਸਤਾਵੇਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਖਜ਼ਾਨਾ ਪਾਠਕਾਂ ਲਈ ਸਾਂਭੀ ਬੈਠੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਬਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਿਭਾਗ ਅਤੇ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਘਰ ਕਿਤਾਬਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਸਾਹਿਤ ਦੇ ਚਾਸਕਾਂ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਪੱਖੀ ਸਾਹਿਤ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਰੋਤ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਭ ਸੁਵਿਧਾਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੀ ਨਬਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਚਾਣਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ-ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਈ ਹੈ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਰ ਨਵੇਂ ਅਤੇ ਮਹੱਤਵਪੂਰਨ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ
ਸਾਡਾ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੋਂ।
ਮਾਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਬਣੀ ਭਾਰਤ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਤੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ, ਜਿਸ ਦਾ ਇੱਕਮਾਤਰ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਬੋਲੀ, ਸੱਭਿਆਚਾਰ, ਸਾਹਿਤ ਅਤੇ ਖੇਡਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਫੁੱਲਿਤ ਕਰਨਾ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ। ਮੈਂ ਬੜਾ ਮਾਣ ਮੱਤਾ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਥੀਏਟਰ ਐਂਡ ਟੈਲੀਵਿਜ਼ਨ ਡਿਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦਾ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ ਰਿਹਾ।
ਮੈਂ ਸੁਰਜੀਤ ਪਾਤਰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਮਾਣ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦਾ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ ਰਿਹਾ, ਜਿਸ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਨੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਭਾਸ਼ਾ, ਸਾਹਿਤ, ਚੇਤਨਾ ਅਤੇ ਸੱਭਿਆਚਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾਇਆ।
I'm Baldev Singh from 1989 batch of IAS and currently working as Additional Chief Secretary, Industry Department and Mining Department of Government of Maharashtra. I am very proud of my association with the Punjabi University, as I was member of the 1983-85 batch of MBA from the Business Management Department of the university.
Hi, I'm Mandeep Bhatia, a proud Punjabi University alumnus. I'm a director at Amazon Lab 126, an organization behind breakthrough innovation like Alexa, Echo, Fire TV, Kindle.
Hi, I'm Mamata Bhopatkar. I'm Vice President of Sales Incentive Strategy and Operations in Microsoft Corporation, and I'm a proud alumna of Punjabi University.
I'm Sanjeev Gupta, Director of Engineering at Google. I'm proud to be an alumni of Punjab University Patiala. I did my Master in Technology from Computer Science Department Patiala.
ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਮੈਂ DIG ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਵਿਕਰਮਜੀਤ ਦੁੱਗਲ। ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਮਾਣ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦੇ IAS ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਸੈਂਟਰ 'ਚ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਿਆ।
I am Anil Kumar Gupta. I did my MBA from Punjabi University, Patiala during the year 1984-86. After that, I joined in the revenue service in the year 89. And currently, I am posted as Principal Commissioner looking after GST for the state of Haryana. I am really proud of my Punjabi University for the contribution made in shaping my personality. Thank you.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਦੋਸਤੋ, ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੰਮੀ ਬਾਈ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਫਖਰ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦਾ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਮੈਂ ਨਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਕਪੂਰ ਹਾਂ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਮਾਣ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਰਿਹਾ ਹਾਂ।
Screen window. Good. You have start notification. Hi, you can leave it. See entire screen. Where is this is our screen. You have to share this one. Here it's not showing.
No, my position
Okay,
screen
should be there. It's connecting. 1 minute. Video is closed. Okay. Asking, is your screen visible?
Hello, sir. Is your screen visible? Hello.
Not yet.
Okay, sir.
You are now the presenter. Again, it's not showing.
Entire screen, sir. First, you sir. Entire screen, sir. You on the screen, later will be.
Entire screen is the screen, sir.
Hello. Hello. Yes, sir. We are trying. Sir. Sorry, sir. We are trying, sir. That connectivity problem, sir. That also, sir. Voice not coming, sir.
Mr. Sundaram?
Yes, sir.
You can start your presentation.
You can say, sir.
I'm able to hear you. No issues.
Sir, slides. Yes, slide not visible, sir.
Slide is visible on the screen. First slide we have put.
You are, it's not visible. Here, not visible, sir.
Just assume it's here. No step.
So now it's visible, sir.
You start your presentation.
Hello.
Yes, you start your
Okay,
presentation.
sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thanks, sir.
Please start.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. So, good morning, one and all. Now I start my session. So my topic is intelligent optimization techniques and their real life applications. Here I am going to discuss the fuzzy optimization because fuzzy is the intelligent human intelligence system. So next. Outline of the presentation. Here my objective is how to convert the classical optimization techniques into fuzzy optimization. why we need fuzzy. So if you are converting fuzzy, so we can have many models. That's why we are applying fuzzy optimization approach. Here I given some 3 kinds of fuzzy sets: interval valued fuzzy set, intrinsic fuzzy set, and a neutrosopic fuzzy set. Using these fuzzy sets, how we model our optimization, classical optimization model. Already that many optimization model, they used fuzzy. So now I will give the new ideas. Finally, I summarize how we insert this model with some example. So next. What is optimization? Everyone knows optimization. Everyone doing optimization. Without optimization, there is no research in the world. It is the art of obtaining the best results under the given circumstances. That is choosing the best alternative from. Hello, sir, not visible, sir. Choosing the best alternative from some set of available alternatives. Method of finding optimal solution for a given situation or problem. Hello, sir, screen is not visible, sir. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Sir, the screen is visible.
Professor Sundaram, this is visible in our side. You can see your screen. It is number 2, some optimization models. You can use your laptop side by side. It is number 2, some optimization models, linear programming, non-linear programming,
Yes,
transportation
here
model.
screen is not visible, sir.
Yes. Professor Sundaram. Professor Sundaram.
Sir, shall I continue?
Yes, please continue. See your screen
Okay,
on
it is visible.
your laptop.
No problem, sir. I will continue.
Yes, continue.
Continue. Okay, sir. Just a minute, sir. So I given some optimization. Many problems. So here commonly they are using to find to minimize the cost and to minimize the time for to find the maximize the profit. So but using fuzzy, so we can add many criteria, many factors instead of using fuzzy. Sorry, instead of using time factor and cost factor, so we can increase the criteria. Risk factor we can increase in this model. If using quantitative data, we can model all our model into fuzzy model. Already fuzzy model existing. So now I am going to discuss how we insert fuzzy model in this. What are the opportunities in this? What is the research in these models? For example, in network analysis, we are finding that 3 times using we are finding the shortest path. Instead of finding the shortest path, if you are introducing risk factors, that is risk time, because the risk factor is the main factor in all network and transportation model, assignment model, and decision theory also. So if you are using risk factor, inserting in risk factor, we can develop many models. So here I given that some questionnaires. So in these questionnaires, we can find the solutions of fuzzy and what is fuzzy logic, how we apply fuzzy logic, and everything we can find it. So here, this I given 4 questions. These 2 questions are very sensitive questions. If you are asking any person, so what is your age? If you are asking, they will not, they skip their answer. Why? Because it is a sensitive question. Otherwise, if you are giving the option, sir, please, previous one. Not this one, sir, previous one. Previous one, sir. So in this, here, I given questionnaire. Using this here, I will give all the fuzzy optimization in this feedback only. Suppose if you are asking feedback 0 to 15, what is your age? 0 to 15, 16 to 30, 31 to 45, 46 to 60, 61 to 70, they will give answer easily. So instead of that, if you are asking, but somebody they refuse to answer these questions, they skip their answer. If they are skipping their answer, we can't find the so what we can't find the data. So instead of that, if you are introducing what is your age, are you young, like that, if you are asking, we can get the answer. Because if you are asking the different angle question, we can get their expression and their feeling, we can get the answer, we can find the data. It is the main base for fuzzy. In this table, I given what is fuzzy and what is linguistic variable, what is fuzzy variable, and instead of finding 5 valued logic I given, instead of finding 2 valued logic, 3 logic 0 to 1, I increased the interval length 5 valued logic. So this idea is very important for the artificial intelligence and data science and everything. Here I am going to give all these ideas, how we apply this subjective data into, how to convert this data into, so wait a minute, sir. This slide. Not, sir, previous one. Okay. Here, so first we are going to discuss fuzzy. We need to find what is linguistic variable, what is linguistic term. A linguistic variable is a variable whose values are sentences in a natural language. Example, it is very hot today. Here, very hot is a linguistic variable. Why? Because so very hot is quantify the height. Sorry, quantify the temperature. Here, temperature is the fuzzy variable. So one more example, the values of the fuzzy variable height could be tall, very tall, not very tall, quite tall, more or less tall, etc. So these are all the linguistic variables. So if tall is a linguistic variable, then linguistic term set is h of tall is equal to set of all linguistic variables. Next one. So please next. Okay, fuzzy. So what is fuzzy? Why fuzzy? How we need the fuzzy? So what is fuzzy? Fuzzy is a kind of uncertainty, vagueness, ambiguity, imprecise. So lack of sureness about something or someone is called fuzzy, sorry, uncertainty. It depends upon the nature of the judgment, nature of the questions we can ask about them. For example, if you are asking temperature, what is the temperature if you are asking? So they will tell it is hot, it is cold. So, but it depends upon the place. If you are asking European country, there 30 degree is hot, but in Arabian country 30 degree, it is not a hot. It is depend upon the nature of the judgment and the nature of the question we can ask about them. Same model in this height also. So vagueness. Vagueness means there is no boundary. We can't fix the boundary. Vagueness occurs when the boundaries of a word meaning are not well defined, as in the word tall. Because some places tall means 180 centimeter, some places tall, it will come 200 centimeter or 190 centimeters. We can't measure the boundaries. So without boundary, so fuzzy, the boundary we can't find easily. Ambiguity is when a person answers your questions in a way that indicates he is not giving all of the details. It is not clear. So why? Because suppose if you are asking any question, when you will come, he will come, I will come very soon, I will come within 2 minutes. We can't clear in this idea. Same like that. If you are asking what is at most 10, at least 10, nearly 10. If you are asking anybody, so almost all the questions are same. So the ambiguity will arise. So impreciseness means it is not accurate. So if the quantity or quality is more, if you are asking about that one, somebody will just, they will tell 0, it is almost 0, it is near to 0. That is, it is not an accurate. So fuzzy is a kind of these questions: uncertain, vagueness, ambiguity, imprecise. Fuzzy logic. So fuzzy logic is a way of quantifying the human expression, feeling, action, etc. That is to how to convert the sentence into data. Because if you are finding data, we can feed the data into the system. We need input. From the questions we want to in our work. So fuzzy logic work is mainly to quantify the subjective nature of the words. So whenever we are going to design the automated expert system, fuzzy logic is necessary to translate a linguistic variable into language that a computer can easily understand. Because whenever going automation, it is a main base for fuzzy. Without fuzzy, we can't move inside automation, artificial intelligence, data science, because we need input. We want to collect the customers from input from the customer. If you're asking different questions, we can get input easily. So next. So fuzzy versus probability. So what is fuzzy? What is probability? So both are merging the values 0 to 1. Fuzzy is also a function, probability is a function, but probability is the ratio between observed frequency, favorable cases divided by the total number of cases. Both are number, both will take values 0 to 1. We are merging the values 0 to 1. In fuzzy also that y-axis is 0 to 1. In probability also y-axis is 0. We are mapping the function x to y. In fuzzy, we are mapping the linguistic variable into the number. It values takes 0 to 1. For example, a man who is 180 centimeter tall as the degree of membership is 0.85 in the set of tall men. Because here we are finding the grade or membership function. So 180 centimeters tall, we may tell he is a 85% tall man. But we can say the person is 85% tall, but we can't say that there is a probability of 85% he is a tall. Why? Because probability is a certain boundary, fixed boundary. But fuzzy, there is no fixed boundary. So we want to set the boundary, either 3-valid logic or 4-valid logic or 5-valid logic, like that. If you are setting, we want to set the boundary, we can get. Next, crisp and fuzzy logic. So here, finding the truth values of the linguistic variables in a sentence. So whatever the sentence, whatever the English words sentence, our fuzzy work is, if they are given one paragraph or one essay or one story, we want to convert the into data. How we convert the data? So we want to find the truth values of the linguistic variables. For example, we studied the proportion logic. Proportion logic means it is a statement. How to convert the statement, how to find the statement, whether it is true or not true or false, or yes or no. Crisp logic will give the interval 0 to 1. It is a very big interval. So here degree of truth is 0 to 1. So suppose if you are asking is Bobby is a student, whether it is student or not, it is we can tell it is true. Smoking is healthy. It is a false statement. So based on the statement, we can give easily true or false. But in fuzzy logic, the degree of truth is between 0 and 1. Because Babu is young, here young is linguistic variable, and Ariel is smart. Smart is also a linguistic variable. We can, whenever linguistic variable coming, we can convert these subjective data easily into degrees of truth, how much it is related to our value. We can find fuzzy value, fuzzy logic. Why? Because fuzzy is lies between 0 to 1. Crisp set. Classical sets are called crisp sets. Either an element belongs to a set or not belongs to a set. So crisp set means it is a certain fixed boundary, either true or false. Either x, if x belongs to a means 1, if x not belongs to a means 1. Your membership function is a 0 to 1. So next, sir. So fuzzy set is a function. So to overcome the two-valid logic, in 1965, Latvi Jade introduced the concept of fuzzy set. Pairs A is elements. So x, each and every element x, it is a mapping y, that is y is called here membership function ua of x, such that for all x belongs to capital X. This membership function ua of x is we are mapping values of x into y within 0 to 1. We are merging all the values 0 to 1. Like probability, we are merging the fuzzy into 0 to 1 interval. Next one, sir. Example. Is a fuzzy student. So the A is equal to, we can give the values membership function of our 5 students. For S1 smartness is 0.4 and S2 smartness is 0.5, S3 is 1, S4 is 0.9, 0.5, 0.9, 0.8. This is, we can use many kinds of membership function, triangular membership function, trapezoidal membership function. That means we can convert the two-valid logic into 3-valid, 4-valid, 5-valid. We can yes. Interval valued fuzzy set. So it is very important and very useful to all. Why? Because if the decision makers are more than one, okay, 2 or 3 the decision makers, their answers should be vary. So we can take the interval only. This is the mathematical definition. Let I be the set of all closed subintervals of the interval 0, 1 closed interval, and new A of x. Membership function is new L of x and new U of x. Here L of x and U of x is the lower and upper limit. This is a closed interval. It belongs to I, where new A of x, new L of x and new U of x are the lower extreme and the upper extreme respectively. For a set X, n interval valued fuzzy set of A is a set of ordered pairs given by A equal to is a set of ordered pairs. Here membership membership function U of x takes the interval new L of x and new A L of x and new A up U of x. That means it defines the function in 0 to 1, but in 0 to 1 interval we can split several subintervals that we can take the lower limit and upper limit. Next one, sir. So applications of interval valid fuzzy set. Here they defined many applications. Everything they used the distance many formula they developed. Hamming distance formula, normalized Hamming distance formula, Euclidean distance formula, normalized Euclidean distance formula. But here mainly the distance formula, they finding the observed value and expected values. That is the finding the lower limit AL and BL and upper limit of A upper limit minus A lower limit. But they are considering the lower limit and upper limit only. They are not considering the interval length. So they developed many formulas, but all these formulas, I have developed one formula. Next one, sir. Multi-criteria decision-making method for performance evaluation using interval-valued fuzzy set. So this formula I have developed. I considered the interval, lower limit interval and upper limit interval, because the interval set is very, very important. If the interval set length is more, we can't find the optimal solution. I developed this formula. Here P is the observed frequency, Q is the expected frequency. So whenever my all papers, I used the statistical concept inserted inside. Here this idea it came from composition relation and then chi-square test. That means that we are finding the observed interval and observed frequency, expected frequency. This formula is satisfies all the conditions. I inserted 7 steps. I framed one algorithm for the subjective data. Next one, sir. Examples for interval valued fuzzy set. This is the heading for my paper, Fuzzy Logic Decision Support System for Hospital Employee Performance Evaluation with MAPL implementation. Here, why I chosen that a performance evaluation for hospital employee, because in a hospital, that employee is the main asset. Because of employee only, the hospital will develop. So here that employee, that all data are subjective data, all data are fuzzy data. We can quantify this fuzzy data is fuzzy only in this. So I given all details in that paper, in my paper. So let P equal to E1, E2, etc. E6 be the set of 6 employees. For the page limit, I have taken 6 employees only. The hospital employee criterion taken for analysis are punctuality S1, work achievement S2, communication S3, managerial skill S4, flexibility S5, patient care S6, risk management S7, and safety S8. I taken all that subjective data only, because all in hospital we are analyzing the performance. We need the subjective data. We want to convert this data into fuzzy interval. So let the possible position grades relating to the criteria considered in the set D equal to D1, D2, D3, where D1, D2, and D3 are the promotion grades. Sir, so we need input. So if you are giving the input, we can get the answer. How we collect the data from the 6 employees. Here S1, S2, S3, etc. S8 are the skills for the 6 employees. For example, E1 to S1, this 0.1, sir, it's not visible. 0.5 to 0.6. Next one is 0.2 to 0.4. Third one, E3 punctuality is 0.5 to 0.6, and then 0.4 to 0.6, 0.3 to 0.5. Next one, 0.6 to 0.8. Here, if you are checking this one, which one is best one? Okay, so if the interval length is more, suppose if it is 0.6 to 0.8, 0.7 to 0.8, we can consider 0.7 to 0.8 only. It is the best one. I framed the formula like that, but in that existing method, it is not like that. So next one. So this one, second one, this is the expected ratings of three grades under each criterion in terms of interval valid set determined by decision makers. It is a composition relation. I used this one. I mixed this idea from x test. Here, I given the priority for reception. They need the communication, managerial, work achievement, punctuality only. So here, that hospital employee, I chosen first 5 criteria for reception, because no one paper available in this like that priority method. So I given this idea. This is the my main key point in this one. And then ICU, they are concentrating punctuality, work achievement, and flexibility, patient care, and risk management. Here I given patient care is that more importance, that more membership function. It is very close to that 0.7 and 0.8. That is 70% to 80% I given. Emergency care, they need the patient care and risk management and safety. So I given priority, most priority. So how we calculate this one? I used that formula and I given 6 or 7 steps and then algorithm. I framed algorithm. I implemented the Maple. If you are using Maple, we can compare many problems, many types, many methods. Next one. Application. Main key points in this paper. What are the key points I used? I have mentioned here. So they have developed many researchers. They developed thousands of papers, more than thousands of papers available in this area, interval valued fuzzy set. But no one considering the priority. If you are giving priority, we can choose the best one easily. And because if you are in computer also, that many techniques also available, computational. So if you are giving priority for that, we can get the best result, best optimal solutions. The decision is, second point, the decision is based on the maximum number of required factors or criteria, while the existing methods are based on maximum scores. But the existing method, they are considering the total number of score only, but I used the maximum number of required factors. For simplicity, we consider small sample size. I taken only 6 employees only. We can include 100,000, whatever we want, we can include. We can develop model for case study. However, one can take large sample size with Maple implementation. If there are more number of decision makers or questionnaires, interval valid fuzzy set can give an optimal solution. Suppose if you are increasing the decision maker, we can get. If you are increasing the decision maker or questionnaire, so we want to, if a decision maker is 1, 2 or 3, so definitely everyone will give one solution, percentage. So if you are want to enter in this system, so we want to take the interval valid fuzzy set only. That is the main advantages for compared to other fuzzy set. Inducing fuzzy set. Here, inducing fuzzy set, they are considering the hesitation part, pi a of x. So here, let's set x be fixed. An inducing fuzzy set a in x is an object having form a equal to x such that x, comma, membership function ui of x and non-membership function mu a of x and the hesitation part pi a of x. Here, nu indicates nu and v indicates mu and nu. So inducing fuzzy set A is a set of, here triplet I taken because the inducing fuzzy set we are considering the membership function, non-membership function and the hesitation part for all x belongs to capital, where the function nu a of x in the interval 0 to 1 and va of x in the interval 0 to 1 closed interval denote degree of membership and degree of non-membership values in the element x belongs to A to the set A. And here the condition is the total values of the 3 membership functions, membership, non-membership and hesitation part should be 0 to 1, where pi a of x equal to 1 minus mu a of x minus mu v of mu a of x is denoted as the hesitation part. It is neither membership value nor non-membership value. This condition is very important. Next, sir. Example of inducing fuzzy set. Here I taken the crisp number set for understanding the concept. Recording by the 3 candidates as follows. Here I given 3 person, their vote of supporting, they they received the feedback from the voter. 62nd one, 65, third one, 55. Vote of not supporting, 10, 20, 0. The hesitate to answer. Somebody hesitate to answer because whenever taking feedback, the hesitation part is a main role. If you are the hesitation part decides the chances of winning. IFS takes the hesitation part into one of the parameters. So whenever that questionnaire or feedback, their hesitation part is more, we can apply interval valued, induced intrinsic form the triplet. That is first one 0.6 is membership function, 0.1 is non-membership function, and 0.3 is hesitation part. Here the total value should be less than 0 to 1. Next one. Interval valued inducency fuzzy set. For a set X, an interval valued inducency fuzzy set is an object having the form A equal to X, membership function UA of X, and non-membership function VA of X, such that X belongs to capital X. Here, we are taking that membership value and non-membership value in an interval. So here membership value X is in the closed interval 0, 1, and non-membership value X is in the interval 0, 1. They represent the degree of membership and degree of non-membership. Each value, membership function and non-membership and supremum of this value lies between 0 to 1. Its sum should be 0 to 1, where the mu A of X is taken the closed interval mu AL of X and mu AU of X, and non-membership function mu A of X is mu AL of X and mu AU of X. So our interval valued inducency fuzzy set A equal to mu AL of X and mu AU of X, comma mu AL of X and mu AU of X. So why we need the interval valued fuzzy set? Okay, Neutrosophic fuzzy set. This is the Floridan Sumande is an inventor. Here, the Neutrosophic fuzzy set A in X is an object having the form A equal to set of all element X. Here, there is a triplet X, comma, true membership function TA of X and indeterminate part IA of X and FA of X, such that X belongs to capital X, where the function TA of X true is the degree of membership function or true membership function, and IA of X is the X in the interval 0, 1. The degree of it is the degree of indeterminacy, and FA equal to X in the interval 0, 1, the degree of non-membership of the element X to the set A. Here, true membership function, indeterminacy membership function, and hesitation should be are independent. So example of Neutrosophic fuzzy set. Suppose the contractor A who applied for contract in a management M, and the committee of expert E with right to select the proportion is 60% true membership function. How we select 60% true membership function? So whenever we are selecting the contractor, so we need to take pre-qualification stage. Pre-qualification stage means whatever the past project and the current project. So what they are done, what they are done yearly and what they are doing. So we want to analyze. Based on that, we can find the true membership function, indeterminate and false membership function. So percentage of work done as per previous experience records, availability of suitable management team, and financial ability of the contractor. I have given only 3 or 4 criteria only. So we can include more criteria to find the true membership function. Indeterminate part means we don't know whether he done properly or not, and then he will do he done properly in the past record, and then that is we can't measure proper we can't get the proper data. That's why we are considering that as an indeterminate part. It is unknown. So that is the percentage of quality maintenance or poor experience or financial instability or giving safety at workplace or getting a negative feedback and time management. So 40% is false membership function. Percentage of non-suitability condition or lack of project management. So here we can get the neutral efficacy set A. It is a true, first one true membership function, and then second one not indeterminate part, and then third one false membership function. So we can get here next. What is the difference between neutral-specific fuzzy set and inducing fuzzy set? In neutral-specific fuzzy set, there is no restriction in TIF. We can take it T 0 to 1 and I 0 to 1 and F 0 to 1. While in IFS, some of the components are there. Some of the component should be 1 because their condition is the total value, membership function and non-membership function and hesitation part should be 1. So NS operators can be defined with respect to TIF, while the IFS operators are defined with respect to T and F only. So that means true membership and non-membership value only it will take in IFS. But in NFS we can take true membership function, indeterminate part, and false membership function. I can split in NS into more subcomponents. For example, in Belknap four-valued logic, indeterminacy is split into uncertainty and contradiction, but in IFS it cannot split. So here I given the so maximum composition. So maximum composition we can use many ways. Here Y is the common for both X and Z. There is a relation between X to Y and another relation Y to Z. Here Y is a common relation. Suppose if you are taking Y, first X is a candidate, Y is a skill, and Z is the job. So we can develop a composition relation X to Y and Y to Z. What is the relation between X to Z? This same idea we can apply all the networking and transportation model and assignment model. How we apply this assignment model? This in transportation model. So X is related to Y is related to Z, Y may be related to P, Y may be related to Q, Y may be related to R. So we can form a circular relation. Easily we can form circular relation. In transportation for problem, we can apply this method using that risk factors. Because risk factor, their transportation problem, they are not considering the risk factor, they are finding the minimum transportation cost only. They are not checking that what are the available possibilities in and around, they are not checking that one. So we can apply this in not only transportation problem, dynamic programming problem, it is a self-correcting problem, self-correcting method. We can apply this composition method in transportation model, networking model per CPM, we can apply this one. So, okay, so here, what is maximum composition? So here that relation between X and Y and the relation between Y and Z, we can find the minimum of the relation of X to Z. Because Y is a common relation, first you find the minimum of the relation between X to Z, and then later you have to find maximum. Next one. Here I solved one, I given one example, maximum composition example. First, I given R is a relation between X to Y and S is a relation between Y to Z. How to find the maximum composition relation? So it is just like a matrix multiplication. So you have to take the first row of this relation R and the first column of the relation, yes. If you are applying the operations of fuzzy operations of the relation, so first you have to they taken that first row, and then first column they taken the finding the minimum of these first row and first column. So we can get the values 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.0 and 0 0.4. From that we can have to find the maximum values. So the maximum values of 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.0 and 0 0.4 is 0 0.4. So first value of A11 we can get like that. Similarly, we can find the that is using statistical concept. Max min composition is here. I introduced the max average composition, average of average composition, and then I inserted a variance also. So you can apply all the statistical concept. We can get a different angle and a different relation we can get. Next one. So this one I applied. I developed a paper in this model. So maximum average composition of our neutrosopic relation is here. I taken, instead of finding the minimum, I have taken the average relations of two membership functions. Sorry, average of relations of the two matrix, that A and B. Similarly, you have to find a average of average relation, max average, min average, and min average. Why we are taking maximum? We need the true membership function maximum. We want to maximize the true membership function and minimize the indeterminacy and minimize the false membership function. That's why, so max, min, and so maximum of A and B. So membership function and minimum of to non-membership function and minimum of indeterminacy part and a minimum of false membership function. So next one. So using neutrosophy fuzzy set, I have developed one paper and I published it. It was under in press. So I given all details in that paper. So here I will give some idea inside the paper. How we find the input value and how we frame the algorithm. I will give some research idea in this area. Suppose P is the set of contractor, S is the set of skill of certain contractor, and D is the set of project. Q is the relation between contractor and skill with a neutrosophic relation from the set of contractors, and R is the relation between their skill and their project, be the neutrosophic relation from the set of skills to the project. Here decision method involves 4 stages. Formulation of base state problem. So how we find the input? Here, determination of skills by using neutrosophic relation. A, the entries as per the 3 expert committee results based on the contractor's previous records are in the form of NFS. In this paper, so this paper is mainly the developed in Topsys method, and fuzzy here is okay. So many methods they have developed, but they are not concentrating the priority. So here we want to minimize the price and minimize the time. These two, they're taking the non-beneficiary criteria, and we want to maximize quality and quantity and decision. Here, what concept I used means, here I using the statistical concept, I have using that complement idea. So I have changed, I have merging that minimization into maximization, and I have developed, I inserted some formulas. I developed the best result to find these beneficiary and non-beneficiary criteria. Next one. Summary. So before conclusion, so we have learned fuzzy variable, linguistic variable, linguistic term, fuzzy set. Fuzzy is a kind of uncertain, vagueness, ambiguity, imprecise. Whenever we are seeing the statement, we can have uncertainty, vagueness, ambiguity, imprecise. We want to find for what is fuzzy variable, what is linguistic variables. So for height, temperature, smart, sweet, etc., these are called fuzzy variable. Linguistic variable is very low, low, medium, high, very high. Here linguistic term P of tall is very low, low, medium, high, very high. So here fuzzy set is just a membership function. Interval variety fuzzy set is here. We are taking that value, fuzzy value, we are taking the interval, and inducing fuzzy set. So you are considering the membership function and a non-membership function and the hesitation part, and a neutrophy fuzzy set. Yeah. We are true membership function and indeterminacy part, and then false membership function. Okay, so we have, I given some basic ideas, this one. So now we come to the slide number 4. I'll give that concept. Slide number 4, not this one. Next one. Next one. Okay. So in this, what I discussed, everything is inside here. Okay. So now we understand. So how we want to satisfy the customer, how we satisfy the customer, because customer is the important. So how we ask the questions, how we quantify the subjective data into fuzzy data. So here, suppose, see that first one, what is your age? So first you look the table and you try to think answer. So what answer you will give? Here, fuzzy variable is there, linguistic variable is there, 5-valued logic is there, uncertainty is there, imprecision is there, vagueness is there, and then ambiguity is there. When quantifying the qualitative data, subjective data, this subjective data about the statement, we need these all ideas. So suppose if you are asked, if you want to take the feedback or questionnaire, what is your age? If you are asking, if you are giving the details, statistical data, if you are giving the data clearly, they will give answer very clearly. So if you are asking that, if you are inserting very young, middle, old, very old, they will give the answer that overlapping. How to reduce that overlapping? If the overlapping coming, we can apply the different types of membership function, sorry, different types of fuzzy membership function, triangular fuzzy membership function, and trapezoidal membership function. Like that, if you are applying that one, we can find the input value. So to quantify the input, so to quantify the subjective data, so we can apply the fuzzy logic. So here, what is your age? So here, in this, what is your age? What? 1 minute. Here, imprecision is there, uncertainty is there, vagueness is there, ambiguity is there, imprecise is there. What is the temperature today? Here vagueness coming. Why? Because that the temperature, there is no boundary. We can't find the boundary. And then, so what is your height? If you are asking height, they will tell 170 centimeter, 172 centimeter, but they don't know tall or very tall. So we can't set the boundary in that in this tall. So what is your income or what is your monthly income? If you are asking, they will not give proper answer. They will give the overlapping answer. How to find this overlapping? How to quantify this overlapping? So if you are quantifying properly, so this is the base for AI and data science, all this. So how we find this linguistic? Sir, please. Not this one. No, sir. Previous one. Previous one. Okay. Oh, see, first one. See, what is not, sir? Next one. Next one. Next one. Okay. So very young. If you are asking question, they will give 0 to 20. And young 15 to 40 also, they will come under 15 to 40. Middle 30 to 55, it will come. That overlapping answer will come. So in that overlapping answer, we have to find using that different membership function. We convert into either fuzzy set or interval valued fuzzy set or neutral-sophic fuzzy set or intrinsic fuzzy set. So when we can use the intrinsic fuzzy set, suppose if they are giving none of this, or if they are not ready to answer, if they are skipping questions, so we can't tell, we can find, we can take the decision. If they give many questions, they are skipping, the hesitation part increase. If the hesitation part increasing, we can quantify, we can use intrinsic fuzzy set. Suppose if the questionnaire is more or the decision maker is more, we can get a different fuzzy values. In the different fuzzy values, we can use interval valued fuzzy set. Okay. So fuzzy logic is quantifying our that human expression and human action and whatever we are thinking, how we quantify this one. So that is the main concept, because for automation, we want to quantify the link, we want to quantify the subjective data. So how we quantify the subjective data? So subjective data means sentence. How to make the sentence into the input, into a number input. So that is the main concept. So for that concept, I given that questionnaires. So here, first one and fourth one, we can't get the answer from the customer. Okay. For example, if you want to analyze, if you are to purchase phone, if you are checking the feedback, okay, this phone is good, is that which one is good, which brand is good. If you are checking that, we can't get the number of customers because they sell more than 1 billion cell phone, but that is the number of feedback is very less. Their hesitation part is more. We can't get the answer. And moreover, suppose if you are asking which phone is best, Samsung phone or Redmi phone, the lifetime of the battery. Suppose if they are telling 1 to 5, the lifetime is 1 year to 5. If they give an interval 1 to 5, and another one Redmi phone, they give an interval lifetime of the battery 3 years to 4 year. Which one is best? 1 to 5 Samsung is best or 3 to 4 is best? Here topology open set closed set is applying. So if the interval length is more, we can't tell that is a it's a good phone like that. So 3 to 5, 3 to 4 is the best interval, because that is the best best brand. So likewise, you want to reduce the interval size, so you can use a 4 valid logic, 5 valid logic or 6 valid logic. But if you are enlarging that interval, they will not give the answer properly. So better you have to reduce that one, but you have to change the questions. But if you are changing the questions, more overlapping will come. Instead of asking what is your age, you have to ask, are you young? Here also, are you young? If you are asking, we can get the different answer. So in that already existing optimization, everything is only that classical mathematics 0 to 1, the interval length is 0 to 1. So we can't take that optimal solution. So if you are introducing this fuzzy concept, so you can get many solutions, because here you are reducing the length of the interval. If you are if you are reducing the length of the interval, we can get the many model. We can develop many model using composition relation or using ANOVA, or you can insert all the statistical concept ANOVA or chi-square, whatever you have. If you are inserting into the optimization model, we can get many ideas. Now the research going how to reduce, how to merge instead of 0 to 1 or 0 to 5, they are applying normal distribution inside. So in general, so I given that last summary. I will give here very young. 1 minute, sir. Okay. Here very young, middle, old, very old. These are all the linguistic variables. Using linguistic variable only, we can find easily the input value. So we want to, whenever we are checking the sentence or we are checking that grammatical answer if they are giving, so you have to first find what is the logic inside. That is, what is the fuzzy variable inside. That fuzzy variable, you have to ask the question from that fuzzy variable. You can get 5-valued logic key. We can reduce the interval easily. So similarly, what is your height? If you are asking, they will not tell. If they are short means, they will not tell that particular 150 centimeter, 140 centimeter. They will give medium only. That interval size will increase. So in that case, if you are converting this into quantify this data, we can apply the fuzzy logic. Suppose if you are asking what is your income, so income we can't get directly. They will not tell. If you are asking $1,000 or $100, if you are asking, they will not directly. What is your monthly income, or what are you rich, or like that? If you are asking, they will give at least some favorable answer. At least we can get the answer. So based on that feedback, based on that queries, based on the decision support, we can convert into either fuzzy set, single valued, or inducing fuzzy set. Interval valid fuzzy set. If the decision makers are more, we can take interval valid fuzzy set. If the decision makers if the registration part more, but they are not giving, they are skipping, they are not giving an answer, we can use inducency fuzzy set. And if the indeterminacy is more, we can use neutrosophic fuzzy set. In that neutrosophic fuzzy set is very easy, and we can apply easily. We can apply the seasonal variation also. Why? Because neutrosophic membership, true membership, it is independent. You can split true membership function. It is T1, T2, T3, T4. 4 seasonal variation you can apply, T1, T2, T3, and indeterminacy T1, I1, I2, I3, I4. Suppose if you want to analyze the contractor 4 years, you can introduce T1, T2, T3, T4, and I1, I2, I3, I4, and F1, F2, F3, F4. So you can, it is 3-dimensional. Inducency and neutrosophic fuzzy set, both are 3-dimensional. So it will give accurate answer. But they developed a neutrosophic fuzzy set. Now the phylogenetic fuzzy set developed. So how we insert the value, how we give the input value, if you know clearly, we can get more model. Okay. So last I'll give. So we have learned fuzzy. What is fuzzy? So it is a kind of uncertainty. It is a kind of uncertainty, vagueness, ambiguity, imprecision. So uncertainty means the lack of sureness about the question. Vagueness is there is no boundary. Fuzzy means there is no boundary, because tall means it changes place to place. Ambiguity means if you are asking questions, many questions are, I will come very soon, I will come within 5 minutes. If the data are subjective data, ambiguity will come. And then imprecise means it is not precise. Fuzzy variable, whenever seeing the sentence, you want to identify what is fuzzy variable. And whenever seeing that fuzzy variable, you have to enlarge either 3-valid logic or 4-valid logic or 5-valid logic, and you have to find the linguistic term. So very large, so you have to keep in that set. It is 3-valid or 4-valid for fuzzy 5-valid. So based on that, you have to find the membership function. You can use that membership function. Fuzzy set is based on the 0.4, 0.5, 1, 0.9, 0.8. These come under membership function. Because of you can apply any membership function, triangular or trapezoidal or any membership function you can apply. So you can get these values. If the number of questionnaires or number of decision maker is more, we can apply the interval value fuzzy set. I developed the paper. I have published paper. That paper is a very good, very best solution given. So no one developed in that idea. If you are applying my paper in that interval value fuzzy set, I used it. You can apply inducency fuzzy set or neutrosophy fuzzy set. If you are applying that concept to in the inducency fuzzy set and NFS, you can get many research papers. And if the inducency fuzzy set, if the hesitation part is more, and the questionnaire, when you are taking questionnaire or feedback in that hesitation part is more, you can apply inducency fuzzy set. And then last one, neutrosophy fuzzy set. This is best one among all of the fuzzy set. Why? Because you can apply the seasonal variation inside. The trend analysis also you can apply inside. Why? We can take that because it is an independent true membership function, indeterminacy and false membership function. T, you can split T1, T2, T3, T4. I1, I2, I3, I4, F1, F2, F3, F4. Here, if you are applying this, you can quantify a whole character of the contractor about one criteria. Easily you can quantify this one. So how to quantify the subjective criteria in neutrosophy fuzzy set? I give an idea how to quantify that subjective criteria into inducency fuzzy set. I given how to quantify interval validity fuzzy set, how to quantify the subjective criteria, that is the human expression, how to quantify interval validity fuzzy set. I give an idea. If you are going my paper, you can get very clear idea. These are the very basic, because fuzzy, if you are telling fuzzy means it is difficult, they are telling fuzzy is nothing. So whenever we are talking, they are telling fuzzy washing machine, fuzzy air conditioner. They are not doing anything. Simply they are finding the chip. So based on that, based on the condition, the 2-valid or 3-valid, or instead of 2-valid, 5-valid logic. So based on the water level, it automatically taking water. It is an automation. Before, if you want to do automation, that fuzzy is a very basic. If you know fuzzy, you can go neural network, fuzzy neural network, artificial intelligence, data science. This is the very base. I given everything in a short form, feedback form, question form, questionnaire form. I given all the ideas. So next one. Under conditions of uncertainty environment, the algorithm using interval valid fuzzy set, inducency fuzzy set, neutrosophic fuzzy set are more suitable for any type of optimization problem, and we can easily verify with any programming language. So Maple is a very best programming language. If you are applying Maple, you can compare easily all other problems, because Maple you can easily insert these values. We can create new strategies using fuzzy set, and it can be applied in various fields such as introduction of new product, marketing, make or buy, decision, investment decision, etc. Thank you. You can ask question.
Thank you, sir, for your provoking lecture. Now participants can ask their queries.
Yes, yeah. I am waiting for question.
You can ask your queries in the chat box also.
Can you explain hesitation part? Hesitation part you can get easily. Why? Because when you are taking feedback, whoever is skipping, that is the hesitation part. So if you want to buy a phone, so you have to check whoever is skipping that one. So we can get this. If you are taking the feedback, you can get easily hesitation part. Who is hesitating, you can get easily. So I given all ideas in a single feedback form. All fuzzy I given in a single feedback. If the feedback they are skipping means it is a hesitation part, because they are not ready to give the answer either yes or no, or that favorable answer. The expert, they can check whether it is favorable or not. It is related to this. It is related to the fuzzy. It is closeness of fuzzy. They can find easily. You go through my paper, you can get an idea, because I given all ideas. That is excellent paper. I given more than 7 or 8 steps. I applied a digital weightage method. I introduced the digital weightage method, digital weightage ranking. Inducency fuzzy set, they developed many papers. Inducency fuzzy set, that membership function and non-membership function and hesitation part, the total, the sum of these three should be 0 to 1. That is the main important. Is there any major difference between fuzzy and probability? It's a major distance, not major difference. Fuzzy, there is no boundary. We want to set the boundary, but in probability, there is a boundary. That is the, without boundary, we can't find the probability. Why? Because it is the relation between, it is a number, probability is a number. Probability and fuzzy both are function. Probability is a number. It lies between 0 to 1. Probability is the relation between favorable cases divided by the total number of cases. Here we need the boundary, but in fuzzy there is no boundary. So because suppose if you are asking question, they will tell I am 180 centimeter tall. So 180 centimeter tall we can't fix. 200 centimeter we can't fix the boundary. So whether if you are going Japan, 180 is the tall. If you are going other country, 200 is the tall. There is no boundary. We can find the closeness of the interval. Whatever the neural network or any network, that fuzzy is the very base. That fuzzy, how to quantify the linguistic variable, quantify the subjective data. So if you know fuzzy very well, we can apply this fuzzy data, that more number of subjective data. Subjective data means what the human thinking, what the human feeling, what the human answer coming. We can convert all the statement into the input data into number. So how to converge whatever the linguistic variable into 0 to 1? Because fuzzy is fuzzy and fuzzy logic is with
Bandhu.
I think there is some network issue. Professor Meher, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Dear participants, I take the responsibility of this gap or failure from Ethiopian side. As such, there was a heavy rain in Ethiopia last night. It is a natural phenomena in our life, but we need to develop new methods and technology that can avoid such situation. You have to use the optimization in this also. My friend Professor Sundaram is continuously moving from home to university and university to home. And at last he was connected, and on behalf of organizing committee and my personal behalf, I thank you, Professor Sundaram, from bottom of my heart for taking time from your busy schedule. Your presence and wise words help to magnify our cause in best possible way. Thank you so much, Professor Sundaram.
Now I request to the host of this webinar to award the certificate of appreciation to Professor Sundaram. Thank you, sir. Now our next speaker will be Professor Lalit Garg. I request Professor Ghai to introduce Professor Lalit Garg, sir.